Hey, what's good, YouTube? What's good, social media, man? I just hope this is able to reach at least a selective few of people, man, because this situation really bothers me, and I think I'm very intuitive enough to know and think that it should bother a lot of people. A lot of people. You know, man, it's very historical that Kamala Harris is being the first black female as well presidential nominee. You know, but let's be real, man. Like, if you had a company and you was running a company or you owned a company, would you want the company to represent who you are and what you are as a person or as a people? Or would you just want this person to be your president just because they're black or just because they're female? Man, I was watching some disturbing stuff the other day, you know, like, listen, you know, I'm all for, like, people coming to America from all over the world. You know, America was built on immigration, and we understand that theory, right? But the thing is, just do it the right way. Do it the right way. So just imagine us as Americans, even black Americans, or us as Americans going to any other country, right? And we just gonna say, you know, we just gonna come over here because we want to, and this is what we want, and y'all gonna give it to us. So we come over there and we'll be appalled if we don't get what we asked for. We can't do that. Where can we just go as Americans and just flood their country by the millions and expect for them to give us all of these incentives and different perks and money and everything else? So it's like, basically, we'll be like, look, we coming over here right now. Look, all your natural natives and citizens to that land, to that country, fuck what y'all doing. Look, we new over here. We need this. I don't care if y'all been waiting in line for years and months and years, and I don't care if y'all citizens of that country. Y'all gonna have to look out for us because we new over here. We, quote, all of us are seeking asylum. You know, all of us are seeking asylum. You know, that's just like what I heard that a lot of the coyotes and different people would tell them to say. This is what you say. So with that being said, you got people here in America, man, that needs help. Everybody, a lot of people need help over here, clearly. But then you have situations where a lot of the immigrants that came over here, and we're not talking about Mexicans. So get that shit clear too, because everybody seems to think Latin or Mexicans. Nah, we're not talking about just that. We talking about Asians, fucking Armenians, Chinese, from all over, just coming through that portal. So it makes it seem that it's just Mexicans, which is not. So let's get that clear. But in retrospect, just do the shit the right way. And then when you do come over here, I've heard situations where they was like, okay, here, arrest me. And they give them like $3,000 and a cell phone. Then I seen a video the other day, which I'll be posting up, where in New York, the lady EBT card, she's supposedly getting like $14,000 in food stamps and $5,000 in cash, you know, as an immigrant that, you know, hasn't paid any taxes here yet. You know, I'm not familiar what race she was, but still the fact that she still came over here illegal, and you got people that's been here all their life, citizens, and they can't even get half that from the government. Let's be for real, man. Put that shit in retrospect, man. It's not right and it's not fair, and Kamala Harris and them they endorse and condone all of that type of behavior. See, when you the people that's you're already eating, it's hard to understand when the people in society that doesn't have anything, and then you have, and they've been here for years and years and years, and you just overlook them, but you give money to Israel, you give money to all of these people from different countries flooding the southern Texas border. So I get why Greg Abbott and them had to do what they have to do to secure the border. And they're not even down here, like Kamala and them don't come down here and understand what's going on. So I get all of that. And so my thing is, I'm not going to vote for a Kamala Harris just because she's black, which she doesn't even really, she doesn't even seem to be proud to be black, for one thing. You know, that's just my opinion. She speaks highly of her Indian side, and not highly of her black side. So, you know, I'm just not really feeling that. And honestly, like then she said about the reparations for black people, which America was built on the backs of black people. And you have a lot of immigrants and different ethnicities come and piggyback off of the backs of black people that built America, and that shit ain't cool and not fair either. So it's like, as far as like what people don't realize, it's going to be a shift, right? And you have to start breaking bread with the black American, because America is black and white, first and foremost. Don't forget that. Then you have Hispanics that's a part of America. Then you have these Asian Indian descent people, and they all like ride in the shadows, but they still benefit from the civil rights movement of black people in America, when blacks can't even benefit off the civil rights movement in America. As far as reparations, can't say that. Just treat the black people fair. You got to understand, it's a power shift. Eventually, you would have to walk through those doors, or you would have to eventually start breaking bread with the black community. You can't be like let's just say right now, you got white people, they spend with black people. Hispanics spend with black people. You got some blacks spend with black people and some Hispanics spend with black people, but they do. Asians don't spend with black people. Asians may spend with black people when there's some type of creative culture involved, or like maybe if somebody worked at their store along with the Indians, they work at the store and they pay them like pennies on the dollar. But if you really look back there, they don't hire black people on their level unless you buying jewelry from them, or you in some type of entertainment field, or they feel like on that aspect. But the average everyday working black American, they really I like to say they're afraid of them. And they think, like, because they watch the news, that they think that all black people are degenerate or something, which is false. And I think they also envious. Like, you'll see a lot of Indians, they love black women, but they don't like to share their women, though. See, I look at all of that stuff and I monitor it and I peep it. But what they don't understand by nature, like you have like white people. You know, white people eventually, they're going to have to populate. And so they're a little bit worried about their genetics right now, as far as being underpopulated. So then you got black people moving in these positions of power. So my advice to the black American is, be more thoughtful and don't squander your powerful positions. Start developing more economical, social economics. Start putting your own people in power. Start investing more in your people. Patronize your business, your people even more, like other races do. And really, this is what I would say. Become either a independent voter. Become an independent, because you're going to see things you like on the Democratic and Republican side, and just be an independent. Because you know Trump came through Black people used to respect Trump a lot back in the day. So I don't know what changed with the presidential thing. I got a lot of respect for Trump. I learned and I seen that even just say when Ice Cube himself tried to have a meeting with Biden and sit down, they declined the meeting, but Trump accepted. You got to look at these facts. During COVID, even Trump also allowed and helped people to get some money. A lot of people they felt blessed behind that. Biden them, they basically gave Ukraine all the money. We're indirectly fueling wars. So we got a lot of issues with the Democratic Party. With a lot of black people got to understand, blacks used to be Republicans back in the day. But my thing is, if you just don't want to vote for any of them, don't do it. But don't vote just because someone is the same skin color or it's some type of historical moment. But I would say also with the power shift, see, you'll have black people, they're going to be the new white people when it comes to the power shift. Hispanics going to be like the new black people. And then you're going to have like the Indian descent and the Asians, they're going to be more like the Hispanic. So if you notice, everybody always speak first black, white, when it comes to America. Then they speak on other races and other cultures. But let's be for real. We all know that black Americans are the most influential species of race on this entire planet. But what blacks got to understand is they have to understand their power. They also got to understand that, man, stop playing the race card all the time. We already know what that is. See, so that really makes people feel like, like we some type of weak race, and when we know that we the most loving and accepting and most powerful race of people, period. We know that. And what I would say, it's nothing wrong with everybody loving their race. Love your race. But first and foremost, love the human race. And then we understand we just different tribes, different shades, different cultures and backgrounds. But like if you see one culture, let's talk about the economics in America, right? Supposedly blacks right now are at the lowest part of the totem pole when it comes to social economics in America, right? The reason why is because we always spend with other races. We're more of the consumer instead of the producer. So we have to do a lot of mind shifting, man. And then also, let's keep it 100 and let's break bread with who breaks bread with you. White people patronize black people. So it's really it's deeper than like this, black and white and racist. Sometimes you watching one race when you really need to be watching other races because they the one want your position. So with that being said, y'all, we're going to delve deeper into this subject matter as time go on. We're going to break it down why Asians don't spend with blacks or patronize their business, but we patronize theirs. Why we buy gas and go to these convenience stores with the Indians and they don't have respect for you like you have respect for them. And why black people and white people are really deeply rooted in America. And why Hispanics could be thinking like, you got to watch. See, Hispanics, they can infiltrate in any race. Indians are higher Hispanics. Asians are higher Hispanics. Blacks will work with Hispanics. And whites will work with Hispanics. But the whites respect from black people because of their ancestors. They understand what went on back in the day. Hispanics, they have lot of resources, but they don't have that respect in America like black people do, and black people will hold that respect. So you got to understand how to play this game called life Tap in. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Reach World 3.0. Let's check in. Peace. Share this message, please. Look up close.
Okay. It's us.